Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Consciouztv. It is your host, Davion. You guys already see what we're here to get into, but before we get into this discussion, make sure that you rate, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. You can donate to the show at my PayPal, which is paypal.me/Consciouztv, or you can cash at me at $Consciouztv, as well as email me at consciouztv@gmail.com. And let's get this discussion going. Obviously, I heard about the straight pride, I think, a month and a half ago. My eyeballs rolled out of my head. I found it to be the most ridiculous, obscene thing I've ever heard of. And I'm going to kind of give you a context by reading this article that popped up in my Facebook news feed that sparked me to go ahead and address a straight pride annually. Now, for those of you who don't know, ever since the LGBT movement began, there has been a festival that happens nationwide within most major cities to celebrate LGBT and queer liberation. During this time of the month, people are very festive. There are different parades and events and seminars and workshops designed around things that are of interest to the queer community, and it's an opportunity for queer people to wear all of their queerness in the most unadulterated, unapologetic way in order to symbolize pride, dignity, self-expression, and more importantly, self-love. And of course, that looks differently from queer person to queer person to queer person. Now, obviously, recently, between the Supreme Court ruling for same-sex marriage, LGBT rights and equality has become very much so a national conversation. And there's also been a lot of backlash with this current administration, who is a bastard stepchild of the good virtue of the Obama administration. And hate crime has quadrupled since Trump's presidency. We've had about 60-something plus transgendered women killed within a 2-year time frame, and lots of LGBT murders and hate crimes are still developing as we speak. So Gay Pride Month would be equivalent to queer people as Black History Month would be to Black people. It is a time where allies of the community, where queer people themselves just stand in all their queerness and just show a unique and specific love and affection for this particular community who has been oppressed by religion, oppressed by society, and is still being targeted politically and socially and religiously. Now, obviously, this is as much of a ridiculous countermeasure to gay pride as All Lives Matter is to the Black Lives Matter movement. So just to help contextualize this for you even more, I'm going to read this article by Gay Star News. And it says, Boston approves of permit for straight pride. Boston city officials have approved an application for a so-called straight pride parade to be held in August. Organizers of the parade say that the event is meant to celebrate heterosexuals, who they described as America's oppressed majority. The group, calling themselves Super Happy Fun America, held a press conference outside of Boston City Hall following the decision on Thursday, June 26. They say they plan to hold a parade on the 31st of August. Controversial right-wing political commentator Milo something is said to be officiating the event as Grand Marshal. However, the group were denied their request to fly a straight pride flag outside the City Hall building. LGBTI right groups have indicated that there will be a number of counter demonstrations protesting the event. Say no more. This is where the fucks I falls in at. This is completely narcissistic. I know that this is going over the heads of a lot of heterosexual people, and unfortunately for the tap dancing queer people, it's going over some of their fucking heads too. But a straight pride is literally privileged people indulging, displaying, and rubbing their privilege all in the face of a marginalized, disenfranchised community, especially the Black LGBT community. Okay? It is absolutely insulting to have a straight pride because there's never been a oppression of heterosexuality within the Americas. You as a straight heterosexual individual have never been hunted and killed because of your heterosexuality. You've never been rejected from a church, from a social system, and you've never been bullied simply for being heterosexual, okay? You've never been kicked out of your parents' home and disowned by your entire family for simply being heterosexual. You've never been not hired for being heterosexual. You've never been brutally beaten for simply being heterosexual. And you've never had to be in the closet and live within the nooks and crevices of the shadows of society in order to express your heterosexuality. Heterosexuality was never taboo to begin with. So to see heterosexual people countermeasure the Gay Pride Month with Straight Pride Day or Straight Pride Month is literally just a kick in the ass that some heterosexual people literally do not fucking get it. And it is literally the very same upset that we as black people had about the All Lives Matter movement, okay? Which was not a hashtag, was not a thing, okay? Was not anything that required any acknowledgement from the alternative side of the fence until black lives began to really matter to black people as it related to their proximity and relationship to the judicial system in this country and to police force in this country, okay? Nobody gave a fuck to be fighting for all lives matter until black lives mattered, okay? This was a stingy, narcissistic distraction to a particular issue that a particular community of color is facing as it relates to their police relationships, as it relates to their law enforcement relationships. And so to see heterosexual people literally thinking that it's appropriate and that it even makes any logical and rational sense to have a straight fucking pride. Straight pride for straight people is every day from the time you are shot out of your mama's pussy. Okay? You are born into straight pride. You are born into the privilege of being heterosexual, okay? Nowhere in this country is it abnormal for a girl to be attracted to a guy and for a guy to be attracted to a girl. Nowhere in this country is it abnormal. Nowhere in this country has it ever been abnormal for the opposite sex to have sex, to be married, and to develop affections and romance between each other. So, literally, my brain constantly falls out at the level of ignorance that plagues our world. Some of this shit is so over the top and ridiculous that I can't even bring myself to get up and give commentary about it half the time because I'm like, is this really a thing? Like, is this really a thing? Like, this is for real. This is not satire news. This is not a parody. Like, this is for real. People, heterosexual people are this fucking out of touch and ignorant? My God. So, I guess as a result of the women's equality movement, we're going to see the men's equality movement even though we live under a fucking patriarch. You see how that works? You see how ridiculous these things become? So, not here for straight pride. I'm going to throw oranges and tomatoes at anybody who's attending a straight pride. I myself am going to show up at straight pride and I'm going to have a fucking basket of hard-boiled apples prepared to sling upside as many heterosexual heads as I possibly can because I would like to stimulate the intellectual part of their fucking brain, okay? And get some of that brain chemistry moving up here because exactly what the fuck are y'all doing at Pride that y'all aren't doing at Bike Week? that y'all aren't doing at any concert, that y'all aren't doing at the 4th of July parade, that y'all not doing on President's Day, that y'all not doing on Valentine's Day, that y'all not doing on Christmas and Thanksgiving and Labor Day. Like, what exactly are straight people supposed to actually be fucking doing and demonstrating other than their everyday fucking life, where they get to openly love and pooch around without any concern in all of their heterosexual bliss every fucking day? Like, what is the straight pride going to be? Boy and girl holding hand during the parade? What the fuck is supposed to be happening at the straight pride? Boy and girl kissing in front of everybody? I mean, what the fuck is supposed to be the tea, girl? So, y'all gotta make the shit make sense. And if there's anybody who thinks that straight pride makes sense, please inform me, baby. Because maybe it's me. It could very well just be me. I might just be dropping the ball. I might have just missed the memo. Maybe I took a semester off of motherfucking school. So maybe this does make sense on some level. So if it does, just in case it does not, I am genuinely asking to be informed about why is straight pride happening, and why is straight pride happening now at the height of LGBT equality, LGBT rights, LGBT safety, LGBT everything. Because this is obviously a petty, petty ass move on behalf of petty, petty, pathetic, narcissistic ass heterosexual men and women. So my sentiments to straight pride is, don't call me no more, don't